For example, that our NGO, Oxfam, has published a report with a very alarming scenario, saying that Europe could have 25 extra poor people from now to 2025. So that should lead us to reflect hard. It's a big concern. For our citizens who are affected by this situation, they suffer some really dramatic consequences, which are there. In the findings, I imagine that if I read the list of people who are going to speak today, the austerity measures which have been taken in Europe have been imposed on a certain number of states. Public policies have difficulty in adapting to this change, and these austerity measures obviously have a major impact on poverty and vulnerability. Taken all together, with a growing context of populism, with the adoption of measures, strong measures, which I would call shock measures, either locally or nationally, which set out to give an impression of security to populations, but they're really it's a process of criminalization of homeless people or persons in difficulty. So we need to react. We need to do something about this, because you will, during this meeting, you're going to express your views in the meeting. I would also like to add, as an introduction, some elements that will be discussed. The fact this phenomenon of criminalization of homeless people could have a very visible effect. It could be a very visible measure, but also it could also take the form of a more hidden or insidious type of approach. For example, when you've got municipal decrees, or you've got an example at municipal level in France, which are not necessarily applied, but can be applied. They constitute an extra threat. They're like sort of a sword of Damocles, which are hanging all of these already vulnerable people. So, even if I say it in general terms, there's other phenomena. There's a dilution of